Can you explain a little bit about how you are giving the digital platform the human touch?
Or it's been important for us to take some of the key features or components for a physical fair and add them to the digital platform. And on top of that, we also added the personal touch with the album feature, where you're allowed, or our visitors is allowed to create and highlight and save favorites. This way we also ensure that they have easy access and they can share the albums as they would when they're walking around with their colleagues and talking about the different brands they see. They can now share them and send it to them and have a conversation about these brands. When you're browsing around at a fair, you would also accidentally stumble upon new brands. Or it could also be brands that you know for a long time, but maybe has evolved into something you could find interesting now. So if there's a brand that you like, you would, or the system would also automatically suggest alternative brands or other brands related to this. Like exactly if you're walking around at ciffkids and you know everyone is placed, brands are placed next to each other because they are related in some way. So that's a feature, I think there's a personal touch that I haven't really seen or experienced in that way on other digital platforms or trading platforms.
So does the platform itself act as a matchmaker then?
We act as kind of a matchmaking, but also as a guidance, both for brands and buyers. I always think of us as a supporting link between the brands and buyers, where we, for instance, assist in helping brands prepare the sales strategy, giving advice on how to get in contact with relevant stores, or how to get in contact with specific buyers, or how to approach them. And with the same for our community of buyers, where we highlight new brands that we find potentially relevant for them, or assist them in making a selection of brands that we think could be fitting within certain criteria they may have. For instance, now a lot of buyers or stores are buying into this sustainability, so maybe it's new for them, or maybe they need some advice on brands that could fit to that. And then of course, if it's something they find relevant, we would love to set up the contact.
So is this something that you do automatically for the brands, or is it something that brands and buyers need to request?
The whole thought about our global relations team is that we are there 24/7 to support, so they can of course always reach out. One thing, for instance, that we also always look into is that is, for instance, upcoming brands and new talents. That's always been one of our main focus, where we find it important to nurture these brands as well, that maybe don't have the capacity to have their own digital platform, or maybe don't have that broad network of buyers. And for them, they will probably need our help throughout more of the process than more established brand would. They maybe would only need our assistance in some of the last parts, as they already have their sales strategy, or they know which stores they really want to get in contact with. So it also depends on the brands or the buyers and what their needs are. But if there is like a natural spark between the brand and the buyers, we are happy to act as the matchmaker, helping them to get in contact.
Once you've made the introduction, then you leave it to them, I guess.
Yeah. Then it's when we set up the date, it's we're just hoping that the love grows. Yeah.